As the West was being tamed, people were thrilled by the hundreds of dime novels that were written about their favorite Western heroes. Thus, much of our Western lore is the product of the imagination of a few writers, one of whom was a man named Edward L. Wheeler, who created the most amazing hero of all and caused the resurrection of Deadwood Dick.
I can take. Now get out of here and get lost. 10 years ago, I'd have baptized you in that horse trough.
Don't give me any ideas.
It's a good thing my friend Kit Carson ain't here to see this. He'd have waxed your wagon pretty. Take my business elsewhere.
Trouble, Huey? No, Mayor. He ain't a bad sort, really. He just keeps coming in my place telling the wildest, tallest yarns you ever heard. Then an argument starts and the fight's on.
I don't think I know him.
Nobody does. He lives in a shack back in the hills somewhere. Just comes into town to brag and shoot off his face. Say, is that meeting still on?
Yeah, we better get over there. We'll be late. Morning, Sheriff.
Morning, Mayor.
Frank. I guess we all know why we're here. Just for the record, I'm going to ask Huey to explain why he asked for this special meeting.
Hell, this problem we got. It gets worse with every stage that stops here. First thing people want to know when they get off the stage is where's Deadwood Dick?
Had 3 of those travelers in my office yesterday. When I told them there wasn't any Deadwood Dick, they called me a liar.
Yesterday afternoon, a man and his wife stopped in my place looking for Deadwood Dick. Said they'd travel over 200 miles out of their way just to get his autograph and buy him some champagne. I sure missed that sale.
But I have a suggestion. Why don't we just put up a sign at the stage depot saying there is no Deadwood Dick, except in the mind of that writer, Wheeler, that publishes the stories about him.
That would make the travelers madder.
I'll tell you one thing, the problem's gonna get worse the more books this Wheeler writes. The town of Deadwood is gonna make a lot of enemies and lose a lot of money in trade.
Well, let's face it, friends, we are Deadwood. You're the law, banker, you own the hotel and half the town. Sort of gives us a right to take steps.
Will you get to the point, Hev?
All right. What hurts Deadwood hurts us. And right now, no Deadwood Dick is hurting business bad. That's our problem. But what's our answer to it?
I thought I made a suggestion. We simply put up a sign saying there is no Deadwood Dick.
Frank, we want to make them happier, not madder.
That's right.
What if the real Deadwood Dick were to meet the stages?
Real Deadwood Dick? Who are you talking about?
The biggest bragger and liar in the Dakotas. The man you just threw out of your saloon. He could play Deadwood Dick.
Are you crazy? You mean that moth-eaten old blowhard?
Just the man for the part.
I refuse to go along with such a dishonest cheat.
Oh, come on, Frank. Let's not be holier than thou. What's wrong with giving people what they want?
It's lying, Ev. It's living a falsehood.
You know, it seems to me that we'd be doing the citizens a public service.
And you, the representative of law and order.
Let's take a vote. I know how you feel, Frank. You, Sheriff, and I think you all know how I feel, so, Huey, it's up to you.
I guess I just got no moral character at all. I say okay. What do we got to lose?
It's carried, then. Thank you all for attending.
Now, you know what my wife will say to all this.
Oh, yes, because she's my sister, and I've put up with her for years.
The financial gains that come through a lie are ill-gotten, and woe to Deadwood.
You've done very well with your bank. Besides, she isn't going to hear about it because you're not going to tell her, Frank, dear brother-in-law.
How do you know this character that you're hiring won't double-cross you and blackmail you?
Now, isn't it kind of funny that you always think of things like that? Maybe we can find the old codger before he leaves town. Hope he's still around.
I didn't say the man had to believe it.
He's still around.
We'll talk to him, Sheriff. Come on, Huey.
Now, don't get excited. I'm shaking the dust of this town off my feet as fast as I can.
Mister, I'm the mayor here, and we'd like to talk to you.
I don't care what he says. I ain't done nothing.
Of course you ain't. It's just like I was saying to the mayor here. We've got an idea.
Any ideas you got about me is wrong. They're just rumors. That's all, just pure rumors.
No, you don't understand. We were wondering if you'd consider being Deadwood Dick.
Deadwood Dick?
As you know, the character in the books.
Yeah.
Well, we thought you might like to be Deadwood Dick.
You fellas got something figured out?
We'll buy you clothes. You here will make you a guest at his hotel.
Is that right?
That's right.
Well, now, that sounds legitimate.
How do you like that brand?
I'd forgot about them. Now, let me get this straight. All I gotta do is dress and act like Deadwood Dick. And I live free.
Sure you will. You'll meet all the stages, and the passengers will be just begging to buy you steaks and champagne.
By the way, do you have a handgun?
Well, yeah, it's broke, but I could get it fixed.
Oh, no. Don't bother.
And remember, we didn't ask you your real name.
Oh, I ain't never told nobody around here my real name because, well, I'll tell you fellas.
No, if you have some personal reason, please don't bother.
No, we might as well get it straight right off in the bat because, well, I ain't told nobody before because it might appear like I was bragging. My real name is Deadwood Dick.
You're gonna do just fine.
May I have your attention? Fellow citizens, I have wonderful news. This man standing here has been a man of mystery to us for some time. But the truth has finally come to light. He can no longer conceal his identity. This man standing with us today, as he will be from now on, is none other than the one and only Deadwood Dick.
Yay! Now, the next round of drinks will be on Deadwood Dick in person.
Speech! Go ahead, Dick.
Well, thank you, one and all. I want you to know that this is the proudest moment of my life. My only regret is that my dear friends, Wild Bill Hickok and Calamity... thank you. And Calamity Jane can't be here to share this moment with me. Why, if I'd have been here on that hot summer afternoon when the hand of the assassin cut down my friend, Wild Bill would be standing. Thank you. Where was it?
Wild Bill was...
Wild Bill would be standing right here with me at this very moment. I was just saying to my friend, Buffalo Bill, last winter, we that lead the dangerous life never know when we're going to have to face the coward's bullet in our back. Why, if Billy the Kid had taken my advice, he'd be riding the ranges of Lincoln County today instead of pushing up its lovely daisies.
Oh, excuse me, Dick.
Welcome to Deadwood. Now there's going to be autographs for everybody. We moved from here right over to the Deadwood Bar and Grill. It's nice and cool in there, and they got real cool drinks. Nice to meet you. Old Buffalo Bill and me, we'd been trailing Sitting Bull and a few Braves for about 2 moons. Where we was out there, we was out of water, Without a food, we didn't have a thing. And if I hadn't have strangled a black bear with these two hands, we wouldn't have had a thing to eat for a month or more. Well, Buffalo Bill was always fair and square with the Indians. You see, the Indians once owned all this country. And then when gold was discovered out here, why, the white man just come in anyway and took it away from the Indian. Drove him away from his home and everything like that. As a matter of fact, Buffalo Bill and me considered very seriously of going to Washington and having a visit with the president about this injustice. And we was... Uh-oh, here comes the stage.
Evening, Bessie. Frank, sorry I'm late. I was a little busy.
Listening to a pack of lies about Buffalo Bill, no doubt.
I see you've told my sister a little secret.
My husband has no secrets hidden from me. And I heard that old fake of yours talking today.
I warned you, Ev, not to indulge in deceit. And I consider it my duty to inform my wife.
It was all settled in council by vote.
It's more than deceit. That dreadful old windbag is filling our children with nonsense about our people stealing this land from the Indians. It's unpatriotic.
It's also a fact. And it's one of the reasons Frank here now owns a bank.
If you hope to make Deadwood a decent, respectable place, you are certainly going about it in the wrong way. And I am getting up a petition to remove that dreadful old Deadwood, whatever you call him, from our streets.
Frank, there's a saying that blood is thicker than water. But it's got to thin out if it gets hot enough. And mine's boiling. Come in.
Howdy, Mayor. Look at these flowers the kids picked for me this morning. I tell you, I nearly cried.
Sit down, Dick.
Oh, what's the matter?
Here it is, Dick. Some of the town's leading busybodies, headed by my own lovely sister, have decided that you're no longer wanted in Deadwood.
I ain't done nothing to hurt nobody. What about the council's vote?
All their wives' names are on that petition. We haven't got a chance.
All right, Mayor. I'll go. Before I leave, there's something I want to get off my chest. You've done more for me than you'll ever know. You see, my name is Richard Clark. And I came out here to hide that name because I was running away from being a coward. There was a showdown with a man, and I ran. That's why I lied, bragged, carried on that way, because I was covering up. Then you made me Deadwood Dick. And
A writer named Edward L. Wheeler made you that.
it don't matter. I am Deadwood Dick. For the first time in my life, I'm somebody. I'll be eternally grateful to you for that.
Luck to you, Dick. Come in.
Mayor Morley?
Yes?
The name's Bishop. Hal Bishop.
What can I do for you, Mr. Bishop?
I represent Colonel William Frederick Cody, generally known as Buffalo Bill. I'm looking for a man named Deadwood Dick.
Well, he just went down...
Dick.
Guess you're looking for me. I'm Deadwood Dick.
So that's it, gentlemen. Buffalo Bill will pay $5,000 a year and all expenses for the services of Deadwood Dick in his Wild West show.
At them prices, I can afford to get one of these that really shoots. Mr. Bishop, I accept.
Fine. There's an eastbound stage late tomorrow afternoon. I hope you can make it with me.
Wild horses couldn't keep me off of that stage, sir.
Me either. I've seen Deadwood.
Imagine that.
Well, Dick, you never know when the lightning will strike.
Me, starring in the show with Buffalo Bill.
So you see, Dick's leaving anyway, and your efforts to protect the town's young minds were completely wasted.
It's not over yet. Once that old fake of yours gets with Buffalo Bill, he'll be in the eyes of the entire nation. And when the truth is told, as it is bound to be, think of the disgrace to Deadwood and Frank, and especially my brother. I simply can't understand how you can do this to us.
Now, dear. I think I know a way to get us off the hook. I'll just leak a story to the paper that the man is not who he claims to be.
You do that, and I'll print a retraction that will make fools of both of you.
Eb, I own the mortgage to that paper, and I'll see to it that they never print that retraction of yours.
You deliberately ruin a man's life? His chance to be a star with Buffalo Bill?
Before he deliberately ruins ours.
That's ridiculous.
Is it? Now, what do you think Buffalo Bill will say when he finds out the man he's hired is an imposter?
If you two worthy citizens will keep your mouths shut, he won't learn about it.
There she is.
Funny how they all look alike, huh? I always hate to work on an empty stomach.
I could use a little something to cut the dust in my throat. Let's go.
Drink hearty, everyone. It's on that great American, Colonel William F. Cody, affectionately known to millions as Buffalo Bill!
Hey! Friends, saying goodbye to the good citizens of Deadwood, I want you to know that I'm leaving my heart here behind. And one day, I'm going to come right back to this very place and claim it. Yay! And if any of you ever happen to cross my path while I'm doing the Buffalo Bill show, I want you to step right up to me and say, Deadwood, we had a drink with you the day you left our fair city.
Deadwood Dick. He don't look particularly dangerous.
Yeah, them's the worst kind. You know, I read a book about him once. It was sure exciting.
I read one about Buffalo Bill. There was a doozy.
Yeah, but that's Deadwood Dick.
Maybe we better forget that drink.
Yeah.
Well, friends, Ev, the mayor, has got a few fond farewell words for me. I'm gonna have to leave. See you, Edgar.
Come in.
Huey said you wanted to talk to me before I left.
We've still got a problem, Dick.
Your sister?
And her husband. I don't know exactly how to tell you this.
Yeah, two strangers just stuck up the bank. They're holding Frank hostage and the sheriff's been shot pretty bad. You better get some help out there real fast. He can't hold out much longer.
I'll be right there.
Where are you going?
Well, I'm going with you.
There's two killers out in that street.
But ain't you forgetting something? I'm Deadwood Dick.
Oh.
Huey, get the doctor. No. Stay undercover and get help fast. I got them pinned down away from their horses.
Hold your fire, Sheriff! Or we'll come out using this man as a shield.
He can't shield you both. I'll get one of you for sure. Ev, get me some bullets. My gun ran empty. My gun. Where is it?
Dick grabbed it and ran off.
It's empty.
Oh, no. Poor fool, he's trying to be what he's supposed to be. Look.
Wait a minute. The sheriff stopped firing. Let's get out of here.
Come on, mister. I can still use you. Come on.
All right, mister, drop that gun before I give you what Curly Bill got. Now the bag. All right, you yellow coyote, get over here and untie Mr. Brennan. Easy.
He did it! It's all over! He did it! Deadwood Dick did it! Help him to the doctors. You all right?
Yeah.
Come on, boys! Dick, that was an act of sheer raw courage.
Here are your prisoners, Mayor. And, Mr. Brennan, over yonder's your money. I hope they didn't rough you up too much.
Stage leaves in 1 hour. Drink hearty. On the house.
Couple of you men, take these prisoners over and lock them up.
Didn't you have a little story for the paper?
Yes, I have. It's all about how Deadwood Dick saved my life.
Well, Mr. Brenner, did you get your money back in the bank?
It's all safe and sound, thanks to Deadwood Dick.
Sheriff's gonna be all right. And he says to drink hearty to Deadwood Dick.
Frank, I heard something terrible happened to you.
It did. Bessie, I want you to meet the bravest man I ever knew. Deadwood Dick.
Adam.
Well, I guess I'll be going. It was nice meeting. And no more drinks for you.
Fill her up again. Bird can't fly on one wing.
Stage leaving in 5 minutes, everybody.
That's it.
You're gonna be all right, Frank.
Well, friends,
Mr. Bishop. Yes. We're both men of the world, but I think it's only fair to tell you where Dick came from.
I know, Mr. Mayor.
You do?
From the pen of a writer named Edward L. Wheeler.
But if Buffalo Bill knew about this...
Mr. Mayor, do you know where Buffalo Bill came from?
No.
From the pen of a writer named Ned Buntline. As you said, Mr. Mayor, we're both men of this world.
Shall we go?
now, Carl, you be a good boy.
All right, Deadwood Dick. All right, folks, say farewell to your hero who's leaving to join Buffalo Bill's Wild West show.
It's farewell, friends, but not goodbye. Dick, I don't know how to ask you this, but I promised Arnie I'd try.
Lev, you know me. Anything at all. Just name it.
Well, Arnie says he'd feel real proud if you'd ride shotgun with him. Yeah.
Well, I guess it would feel a lot safer with me up there in the box with him.
Deadwood Dick toured the world with Buffalo Bill. Eventually, he returned to his beloved Black Hills, and when he died in 1929, the citizens of Deadwood blasted him a grave in the rock and buried him there. Truly a legend of his time and a memorable figure in the great history of the West. Next week, another true story of the people who made the West. See you then. Sometimes history forgets that in addition to the explorers and pioneers, the West was won by the blood and courage of other lonely men who placed duty above personal safety and self-interest. Our story tells of one of them, a fading, middle-aged man whose eyes and gun hand were no longer keen, but whose courage was towering when he tested his faith with a brute angel.
Ain't like the devil to run my horse in the hot sun, Sam. Makes him thirsty.
Does him good once in a while. Keeps him sharp. Besides, they're not any thirstier than I am.
We better not water him now, Sam. He might founder. I sure don't know where I'd get my next one.
You worry too much, Pony. You stick with me and you'll have a good horse in every town from Durango to Tucson.
Yeah.
Hey, kid. Walk these horses out and give them a good rub.
Sure thing, mister, as soon as I finish here.
I said now.
But, mister, I...
You can finish that later. These animals need a cooling off right now. Who are you, old man?
I happen to be the owner of this here place. And the boy here works for me. Who are you?
Shall I tell him, Cragen, or show him?
Come on, Sam. Let's walk the horses down to Fantan. Get us a drink, huh? Might cool them off and us, too.
Forget it. You're running a place of business here?
Yeah, sure.
You asked me who I was. My name's Sam Bolt. Ever hear of me?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sure.
Then you'll take care of our animals now.
Take care of their horses.
What are you looking at, ugly?
Nothing.
Can I give you a hand, Tom?
Oh, I can manage.
Don't overdo it. You know, you're not as young as you used to be.
No need to remind me, Esther. Every muscle in my back is hollering over a few measly post-holes.
Howdy, Tom.
Hello, Ed.
What you building?
Oh, a new holding pen for the fall.
Uh-huh.
Hey, did you bring Esther's catalog?
Catalog? What catalog?
Now, you know good and well what catalog.
Course, I never forgot her catalog. There's some spring seed there for her, too.
Say she liked those. Well, what's the news in Durango?
No news.
No news?
Tom, I reckon there is something I gotta tell you. There is some news.
Bad news, huh?
Well, if you're smart, you'll forget it. You'll pretend like you never heard it.
Ed.
Sam Bolt is back in Durango.
Sam Bolt. They're letting him stay?
Why, people are just petrified.
Folks in this part of Colorado are getting a little too fat. Well, I've got a warrant to arrest Sam Bolt for murder, and seeing as how I'm still sheriff of this county, there's nothing for me to do but go serve him. Much obliged for telling me, Ed.
Now, don't you do nothing foolish, Tom.
Hello, Ed.
Oh, hello. Hello, Esther. Look, you get the federal marshal in Denver to send some help. Now, don't you try to go it alone.
Denver's too far away.
Yeah, but he'll kill you, Tom. You won't stand a chance against that punk. Now, I know there was a time when you could have taken him apart.
Stop by the house before you leave, Ed. I got something for Martha.
Yeah, I'll do that, Esther. But now he would have slugs into you before you could even say Sapini.
Maybe so and maybe not. But I know one thing. I've got a warrant to arrest Sam Bold, and I'm going to bring him in.
Look, why don't you get some of the boys to help you?
Ed promised me one thing. Don't breathe a word of this to Esther. She's funny about things like this. She worries.
I worry, too. Tom, if anything happened to you...
You're a good friend and a good neighbor, Ed. And you're not telling my wife means not telling yours, right?
I promise. And you take care of yourself, Tom. Oh, by the way, Pony Cragen's with him. You know him?
Yeah. I pulled him out of the Arkansas River when we were on a cattle drive years ago. He was only a pup then.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's one pup you should have let drown. I'll take these things on up to Esther.
Get the fence finished?
Just the hard part. Well, for once, Ed didn't forget to bring you what you asked for. Told me he brought some seeds, too.
Isn't that nice of him?
This is a nice time of the day, isn't it?
It's my favorite. Did Ed have any news?
Nothing important.
You mean in a town the size of Durango, nothing important ever happens?
Oh, I didn't say that. But you know Ed, he's most likely not dead.
I know Ed. And he's about the likeliest critter around.
Well, he did say that Dave McDivitt bought a brand new Surrey.
You're getting warm. But I guess if I really want to know what's new, I'll have to talk to Martha Billings. Ed tells her everything. Tom McBain, whatever you up to?
Cleaning my guns? Well, you've seen me clean my gun before.
Well, not for quite a spell. Are you planning anything?
As a matter of fact, I am planning something. I saw quite a mess of doves down at Spring Creek, and is there any law that says a man can't clean his gun?
Is there any law that says a man can lie to his wife? You never shot a dove in your life with your revolver. And anyway, I know something's up because you've been whistling.
Whistling?
The last time you whistled was when you didn't want to tell me the wind blew all the lucerne seed away.
All right, Esther, now, just what do you think I'm up to?
Dangerous arrest, most likely. Just when everything was so peaceful.
Well, now you're just worrying out of turn.
Who is it? What'd they do?
Never you mind. Nobody important.
Tom.
It's just some young blood feeling his oats. Now, he'll come along real gentle-like.
Who is it?
Sam Bolt.
Sam Bolt? Why did it take half the sheriffs in Colorado to arrest that man?
Nope, it's just gonna take one.
No, don't go alone. Get some help.
Now, who can I get? There's nobody I could count on. And if I did try to take him with a posse way, somebody might get hurt. He's the nervous kind.
For my sake, don't go. Please.
I reckon I've got to go, Esther.
Not this time. Not now.
Why? You've seen me do this a dozen times. What's so different this time? Now who's hiding something? All right, Esther, out with it.
I was trying to keep it for a surprise, but... Well, Belle decided to come here to have the baby, and she's coming tomorrow.
The baby here?
That's why you can't go. You want to see your first grandchild, don't you? You don't want him to lose his grandpa before he even knows him.
That's why I've got to go, Esther. Now, you stop your fretting. Sam Bolt's just a big blown-up pipsqueak who'll come along meek and gentle. Once he's against someone, he'll call his bluff. You know, I warned you when we were courting, Esther. I told you lawmen are a bad risk.
Well, I did risk it, and I reckon I would again. Sam Bolt.
Well, I'm just soaping them down for you, Mr. Bolt.
Train the horse in?
Yes, sir.
You're a good kid.
Mr. Bolt,
Yeah?
is it true that you're as fast on a gun as everybody says you are?
Everyone say that?
Oh, yes, sir. More, too. The old-timers say that there's only one man around these parts that's as fast on the draw as you.
Oh? Who might that be?
Sheriff Mack, Tom McBain.
Oh, yes. I've heard of him.
Yeah, the folks say that Sheriff Mack's going to be coming along pretty soon and pick you up.
Pick me up? What for?
Murder.
Oh, Pony. Don't ever do that again.
Even in a livery stable, Sam? Mighty jumpy. What's the matter?
There's a rumor around that Sheriff McBain's coming to arrest me.
Mac? Sam, unless you and me get out of town. I'm sick of this place anyway.
You can't prove anything.
And then maybe they can. He is the law.
Now, that's never been one of my bigger worries.
Well, you kill him, and they'll hang you.
Now, with him out of the way, there'd be no law between here and Denver.
Sam, I just don't like it.
Listen, Pony. I'm calling the shots here.
Yeah. I guess so, Sam.
Howdy, Bill.
Howdy, Sheriff Mack.
Hello, Jeff.
Come on. Get her out. Get her out. Sam Bolt's in town, and Pony Cragen's with him. Did you come to arrest him? I've seen him draw, Sheriff.
Who?
Sam Bolt. And you never believe how fast he got that gun out, boy, when old Pony Cragen surprised him.
Sam Bolt drew on Pony Cragen?
Yes, sir. You see, Cragen kind of came in all of a sudden, like, and then, and old Bolt just whipped around and drew like nothing you ever saw.
I hear tell he's pretty fast.
Oh, yeah. But I told him that you was fast, too, Sheriff.
Thanks, Jeff.
You're making a mistake coming here, Mr. McBain.
I made a lot of mistakes in my life, Greg.
This could be your last one, too. You arrest that man, Bolt, and he'll kill you for sure.
Maybe so.
Why don't you just ride on out of town? Nobody blame you.
Why don't you mind your own business, Pony? No, I got nothing on you. If you're smart, you'll keep it that way.
What are you trying to do, Mr. McBain?
Just my job.
Can't you see I'm trying to save your life?
If you're talking about the river, you don't owe me a thing. I'd have done as much for a drunken Paiute.
You ain't ever faced anybody like Bolt. He don't play according to the rules.
I know quite a bit about him.
You don't know about him what I do. He gonna get you in a fair fight, he'll bushwhack you.
I don't aim to turn my back on him.
Now, if you're dead set on it, don't look for him till tomorrow. Then look in the Fantan.
Thanks, Pony.
You're a fool, McBain.
The Lord is my refuge and my fortress. In him will I trust. Surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day. Now, Lord, you know I'm not much of a praying man, but I am a believing man. Right now, I'm afraid. I'm most always scared when I'm making these arrests, but this time I'm really scared. I don't want to kill this young fella, and you know I sure don't want him to kill me. Oh, I'm not as scared of what might happen to an old no-good cuss like me, but I've seen better days. But I would like to see Bell and that young colt that's a-coming and help him get started on the right foot. So, please, God, if you see your way clear, help me take Sam Bolt alive. Amen.
Pony, go around.
Hello, Bolt.
Hello, McBain.
I suppose you know why I'm here.
Old Charlie says to me, he said, how do you expect to find any outcropping and stuff like
Just a minute.
this? And I told him, we'll just take off our boots and feel for them with their toes.
Now, suppose you tell me. I'm curious.
I've got a warrant for your arrest issued by the federal marshal in Denver. Directed me to pick you up for murder.
Murder?
Yes, for the murder of Ben Ludlow. I'm hoping you'll come along quiet.
You don't really believe that I will, do you?
No, but it'd save a lot of trouble if you would.
I listened to your kind once before. I swore never again.
Time's wasting, kid. You coming along with me?
Sure. I'll come with you. All you have to do is come and get me.
Sam, if you come along peaceably, I'll recommend they let you down easy.
Mm-hmm. Right through the trapdoor. Well, if you're smart, McBain, you'll go out of here the same way you came in. Standing up. You'll go to Denver and turn in your tin star to the marshal. That way you might live to a nice old age.
I'm sorry that's the way you feel about it. Will he make it, Doc?
Yep, he'll make it. They'll never shoot a gun with that right hand.
Some of you boys take him over to the docks. I'll pick him up there later.
Mr. McBain, you done it. You walked right in there.
Could I walk with you, Mr. McBain?
Sure you can.
I thought you'd like to have these. I took them off of him while he was skylarking his girl. I figured to give you a 50-50 chance. Guess I figured right, huh?
But why?
I just couldn't see him killing you after all you done for me.
I reckon I owe you a drink, Pony. Where you staying?
Palace, same as you. Got the room right next to you. One with the thin walls. Mr. McBain, I heard you praying last night. And I got to thinking the man upstairs might not be able to handle it.
Pony, who's to say he didn't?
Well, I was the one that took the...
Sheriff McBain did live to see his first grandchild, and as a matter of fact, several others. His life was one of courage fortified by prayer, which seems to me isn't a bad formula for us today. Next week, another story from the West that was. See you then. The men of the Western frontier paid scant attention to the formal laws and legal processes of their day, for their lives were based on the law of survival. And on this greater law, these plain, rugged men formed their own codes, their own measures of right and wrong, their own sense of justice.
I'd say that's pretty good hip shooting.
You were supposed to knock off just the necks.
Let's see you do better, Evers.
I got 2 bits says you can't knock the neck off that bottle.
Better sight it down your arm this time.
2 bits.
Hey there!
Mister, you just cost me 2 bits.
You would have missed anyhow.
You fellas from San Diego?
So?
Could you tell me where I'd find the Alcalde mayor?
Well, he's at the new jailhouse, more than likely.
Yeah, waiting for us to be his first customers.
Thanks.
Hold on. I had a bet going on that shot, and you spoiled it. I want that 2 bits out of you.
Let's just say I owe it to you, friend.
And that's one I owe you, friend.
You're gonna like San Diego, Roy. It's a fine town. And I'm mighty proud to call it my home.
And I'm mighty proud my big brother's turned out to be such an important man. Why, Josh, I do believe you must own the whole place.
Well, I may not own it, but I'm respected here. Yes, it's gonna be a great city someday. Take that new jailhouse. Finest and strongest west of Missouri.
Well, that's a fine-looking jailhouse, Josh. But you'll have to excuse me if I don't seem too enthusiastic about it. I've seen too many of them in Mexico. From the inside out.
You've never seen one like this. Those walls are a foot thick. We have laws here and folks obey them. I see to that.
Well, I'm sure you're doing a good job, Josh.
Well, for a young fellow who will work and stay out of trouble, there's a world of opportunities here. Plenty of good businesses to go into.
Yeah, no, there's a business I'd like to go into. A saloon always makes money. When people are happy, they drink to celebrate, and when they're unhappy, they drink to forget.
You'll do all right, Roy.
Say, Josh, there's something about San Diego you forgot to tell me about.
That's Gloria Chavez. She's already been lassoed.
I don't see any rope around her. Con pardon, senorita. Allow me.
You've just met my brother, Roy.
Your family is greatly favored with strength and beauty, Senor Josh.
Senorita Chavez is sure friendly to strangers.
I'll get him.
Not with the alcalde standing right with him.
My, Collins, that sharpshooter sure stomping through your field.
Listen, a lucky shot don't make no man a sharpshooter, and as for stomping, I'm gonna do a little of that myself.
Then you wouldn't mind if I came calling on you sometime.
No, I would not mind.
Collins isn't going to like that, Gloria.
Senor Collins has not declared his intention, so I have no obligation to him.
I hope he knows that.
You're coming with me.
Hey!
I'll see you later, Sonny.
Roy, listen. He's been courting Gloria Chavez, and he's the toughest man in town.
Well, now she's being courted by the 2 toughest men in town.
Women always were nothing but trouble for you, aren't they? Look, I don't want to...
Josh, you know I've never been one to run away from trouble.
Oh, no, you can't run away from it because you carry it around with you.
Now, you just go about your Alcalde business, and I'll look into the saloon business. If I need your help, big brother, I'll just let you know.
Roy, look. Don't start anything, please.
Who are you really worried about? Me or you? You're sure getting off to a bad start around here, fella. That compadre of yours, he's pretty mean.
Collins? He's just a big, lovable old rattlesnake, always funning and carrying on.
Never forget the gunfighter he got. You remember the one, Evers? Had 10 notches on each gun.
Oh, yeah. Meanest hombre I ever seen. Got a little too friendly with one of Collins' women. But old Collins, he was real polite about it. Even let that gunfighter decide which way he wanted to get shot.
Seems like I remember the incident. Appears that gunfighter decided to get shot in the back. Beer.
Two bits worth of whiskey. He's buying.
Not me.
You owe me 2 bits, and I aim to collect.
You keep pushing, you're gonna collect 2 bits worth of lead.
You think you're pretty good with a gun, huh, Sonny?
I'm a darn sight better than you, friend. But I'm not gonna draw on you. Because this is a law-abiding town, and I don't want to upset all these, peace-loving citizens.
I say I'm a better man than you are.
Well, why don't we let Gloria Chavez decide that?
I got a better way. Have ourselves a little shooting match, and I'll bet the 2 bits you owe me that I'm better than you.
You got another 2 bits to lose?
You know, it appears that you shoot pretty good from horseback. And since I'm a fair and square man...
I knew you were a decent type.
I'm going to give you every chance. So we'll shoot from horseback.
Well, I'll make it as tough as you want.
Well, I don't want to make it too tough, so I'll let you choose a target.
Well, then let's make it real tough, huh? Like a moving target?
That's all right with me. You just name it.
You shoot at me, I shoot at you.
All right.
Collins, if you fight with Roy, you're a bigger fool than I thought you were.
Why, because he's your brother?
Because shooting a man is against the law.
Well, you can just hang the law, Caldy. What's fair is fair, and it ain't fair for one man to steal another man's girl. Besides, it ain't a gunfight we're having, just a little shooting match.
You call it whatever you like. It's still breaking the law.
You're worried about your brother's hide, not the law.
Don't be too sure of that.
I'm only sure of one thing, I've called him. Unless he backs down, we're gonna be right here on this street tomorrow morning. And we're gonna have ourselves a little shooting match. And there ain't no law against that.
No. There's no law against a shooting match. But there is a law against murder.
Well, got it all figured out. The cost of liquor, chairs, tables, everything. All I need is the money.
You've got a fine future in San Diego, Roy. And I'll give you the money to start a saloon. But you've got to call off this gunfight.
No, I can't do that, Judge.
Gloria Chavez isn't the only girl in
No,
town.
it's not Gloria Chavez. I've tried to do everything you wanted me to do. I've stayed out of trouble. But that fella, he called me out. He challenged me in front of all those people.
But what's it going to prove?
Well, that's what I'm aiming to find out.
Well, he's aiming to kill. He just may do it.
Maybe, maybe not. We'll see about it.
You're making my job mighty difficult.
Now, the people expect you to arrest lawbreakers. Now, nobody has broken the law.
What do you call shooting a man?
Nobody's been shot. Who are you going to arrest? Even the law has to recognize the justice in a man defending himself.
Roy, if you meet Collins in the morning, I won't give you the money to go into business.
Senor Josh, you have got to stop them before they are both killed.
Then there won't be anyone left to court you, is that it?
I did not mean to set them against each other.
That's exactly what you meant to do. You figured playing up to Roy would get Collins off the fence, and your little scheme worked very well, Senorita.
I did not expect them to fight.
Fool of the man's pride, and you can't expect anything else.
Oh, but cannot you do something?
Like what?
Arrest them. Keep them in jail.
I'd like to arrest you, but there's no law against a woman using her wiles. And I can't arrest them until they break a law.
But they are going to shoot each other. Is not that against the law?
Not till it's done. And when it is, I'll make an arrest.
What if Roy is killed?
And I'll arrest Collins.
And if Roy kills him?
There's nothing in the law books to protect an alcalde's brother against justice. All I can do is make an arrest after the fight. If there's anyone left to arrest.
I got $5 says Collins don't even hit him.
I got $2 says he does, and $3 more says Collins kills him. Bet?
Bet.
Well, Josh?
You're a bigger fool than Collins for letting him trick you into this.
No, there's nothing tricky about it, Josh. Just two men settling their differences.
There are legal ways to settle differences.
When a man says he's better than you, there's no law you can turn to show him different.
But this is no answer.
Well, it may not be the answer, but it sure eliminates the question.
Make your move, boy. It's my leg.
It isn't serious. You're lucky.
Lucky? That's him.
Oh, see, Josh, you had nothing to worry about.
You have.
Why, it's over, done with.
Not all of it. You're under arrest.
Arrest?
For assault with attempt to kill.
How long are you gonna keep me here?
Until the circuit judge comes.
You're turning the blood between us mighty sour, Josh.
I'm sorry you feel that way, Roy. I'm just doing my job.
And why isn't Collins in here with me?
He didn't shoot anybody.
But he challenged me.
There's no law against that.
Did you think I was just gonna let him shoot me?
You didn't have to accept his challenge and provoke him.
I'm the one that was provoked.
But he's the one who was shot. Look, Roy, you shot a man, broke the law. You know you've got to pay the penalty. Where's your sense of justice?
You're a real smart and successful man, Josh. Me, I'm just a simple fella. But doggone it, my sense of justice is common sense. I guess I'm gonna need your help, Josh.
The law's the law, Roy.
Well, maybe the law, but it's not justice. Seems to me one's got nothing to do with the other. How long can they put me away for?
10 years.
Been giving any thought to that $5 you owe me?
Sure have. The way I figure it, I ain't lost our bet.
But you said Collins had hit him and killed him.
Yeah?
But Collins done missed.
But Collins ain't done shooting.
Here's you care more about him than about me. I'm the one who got shot.
You ask for it.
His brothers arrested him, not me.
Well, if you are not going to do anything about it, I am.
Hey, where are you going?
Roy! Roy! I have come to help you escape.
I'm grateful, Senorita, but these bars are too strong and these walls are too thick.
The walls are thick, but not deep. You can dig under them easily.
I'll be out in no time. You wait for me.
Gloria? Who's there? Who's there?
Gloria Chavez, Senor Josh.
Looking for ways to make more trouble, Senorita?
No, it is you I have come to see, to beg you not to let your brother go to prison.
Once he fired that shot, Roy and I stopped being brothers and became alcalde and prisoner.
I do not understand you. Is not an alcalde also a man with feeling and...
And a duty.
Yes, duty. A fine word, but only a word.
I just want to tell you, Roy, the circuit judge will be in town tomorrow. So you'll be going on trial.
I'll be ready for him, Josh. Gloria, I made it. Now we can...
Up. Up. Over by the stable. Move. This is the last we're going to see of you. Now get on that horse and get out of town and don't you never come back.
You mean you're not gonna turn me in or nothing?
No, I just want to get you far away from Gloria.
Oh, now, you could have saved yourself a lot of trouble. They were gonna put me away for 10 years for plugging you.
Well, it was a fair fight. I mean, you got in a lucky shot, but you beat me. Ain't no justice, and you're going to jail for it. Law or no law. And besides, with your luck, they probably would have let you go, and you'd still be in my hair.
Collins, you and me, we got a real sense of justice.
Oh, now get.
Young Roy never forgot the difference between law and justice. Years later, as an older man, he drifted to Texas, where he became the law, the legendary law west of the Pecos. And as Judge Roy Bean, he was famous all over the frontier for dispensing hard liquor and common sense justice, often both at the same time. Next week, another true tale about one of the real people who made a legend of the Old West. See you then.
Now I know I'm home. Thanks, Lisa. I drink to the loveliest, liveliest lady on the coast. And to all you scamps and scalawags, may the man upstairs deal justly with the best of you and gently with the rest of you. And I'm going to tell you why I'm here. I'm here to strengthen our fight against these high muckamucks who think they can go on buying and selling California at their price, not ours. Let's talk about it. Come on inside, the drinks are on me.
I told you he was a powerhouse. In his natural element, yes. However, water seeks its own level. Suppose it turns into a flood.
It has to be stopped.
How do you propose to do that?
Buy him. As his lady friend was very careful to explain, everything on the Barbary Coast is for sale. At a price.
Death Valley Days.
Howdy, folks. I'm the old ranger. A gun like this killed 2 men with 1 bullet. It happened in old San Francisco on the wild, wide-open Barbary Coast, when for the only time in history, a Supreme Court justice and a United States senator met in a duel to the death that only one of them wanted on the so-called field of honor. And one of them proved that a gun is not a gentleman.
Well, I tell you, Lincoln's the man to watch. Abraham Lincoln.
I never heard of him.
Well, you will soon enough. His name will spread like wildfire. He's going to beat Buchanan, and he'll beat Douglas as well.
Let's talk about you, Dave.
About me?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm going to do my best to deliver California for Abe Lincoln, and I think it can be done.
They'll give you an argument. They don't even like you being a senator.
Who's they? You mean those nabobs up there on Nob Hill?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they've got a few things to learn, and they're going to have to learn. They don't own California. The people own it. And there's more and more of them coming every day. They're pouring in from all over. They're staking their lives, their dreams and hopes on what lies ahead. And I don't mean gold mines either. I mean homes. And I don't mean get rich quick. I mean building a better world for those that come after them.
Hey, you go into a campaign speech at the wink of an eye.
Faith, I do. You see, I'm not yet unwound from Washington. Back there, if you don't get up on your hind legs and bray a bit, nobody pays any heed to you.
Well, you're being paid plenty of heed to here, right here in San Francisco. There's an ugly rumor, Dave, that you'll never see Washington again.
Well, it's a free country, Lisa. Men have a right to agree and disagree. Votes will tell who's right or wrong. Now, any man can be beat. The people want him out. Until they do, he's in. If I'm out, well, all right. But I'll still back the winner. As this fellow Lincoln says, united we stand, divided we fall, and he's right.
You shouldn't come here anymore, Dave. It's ammunition for your enemies, having it said that you come to the Barbary Coast to see a woman like me.
Listen, Lisa. I'm very proud to be able to come here and see you. And I'm proud to call you the truest friend I have.
We met 10 years too late, Dave.
Lisa, you're a lady. You're a real lady.
A Barbary Coast lady, Dave. Walk your road. Stay on it. But stay off mine. We'll both be sorry if you don't.
Lisa.
Look.
Aces on eights. That's money in the bank.
It's the dead man's hand.
Remind me of an old grandmother of mine. Strange thoughts were always coming to her from out of nowhere. She used to hear the banshee screaming at night. So that's not for you, Lisa. Not at all. It's not for Dave Broderick either.
Oh, I told him I didn't want to be disturbed.
I hope you'll forgive this untimely intrusion.
I'm busy right now, Judge Terry. I have company.
I know. Senator Broderick. I want to talk with him. So, you're Senator Broderick.
I am. And you're Chief Justice Terry. Well, I've been looking forward to meeting you, sir, for some time.
I think we can dispense with the amenities that this environment doesn't call for. We have some private matters to discuss.
This happens to be where I live.
I'm well aware of that. If there's a charge for a place that the senator and I can settle our business affairs, I'd be more than willing to.
Yes, Judge. All right. Let me, please. Lisa, would you mind?
For Senator Broderick, it's on the house.
Well, Judge, what can I do for you? I'm sure you didn't come here just to look me over.
Roderick, what do you want?
What do I want? Well, I sort of figured that you and I were together on that, Judge. Of course, different parties, different ideas about who and what and when, but it's California that counts, isn't it?
That is, you see yourself as the leader California needs.
No, not only myself. The state needs many leaders to keep the people stirred up and get them organized. You have your following, Judge. I have mine. But we're both going in the same direction.
Unfortunately, we're not.
Oh. Well, then, suppose we let the best man win.
And he will. The mob will not rule. And to see that it doesn't, I'm prepared to make a deal with you here and now.
What kind of a deal?
You know what I mean, Broderick. What's your price to eliminate yourself from California politics? You have a nuisance value, I admit.
I mean, withdraw as a candidate for re-election to the Senate, and I suppose throw my votes to you and your crown, eh? Well, now, maybe we better find out what all this is going to be worth to you. Oh, now, Judge, that's not enough, you know. Well, it's not anywhere near enough. No, one of us is an awful fool. And I think it might be me. I actually believe that maybe you came here to have a talk with me man to man, like, you know, Chief Justice Terry, high-born gentleman from old Kentucky, and Dave Broderick, Hell's Kitchen nobody from little old New York. But the two of us, together. Californians. Because I always looked up to you, you know. Particularly in respect to your high position. But you've convicted yourself here of having no right to hold that position.
I made you a proposition.
I know you made me a proposition. And I'm going to make you a proposition. Mr. Terry, now you listen to me. You quit politics. And you stay quit. And what's been said here in this room will remain between the two of us. But if you don't, I promise that what you've done here tonight will get you booted off the bench to the shame of the honorable profession that you misrepresent.
No, Broderick. Attack me, and I'll say you lie. And I'd be believed against an accuser such as yourself. A cheap, rabble-rousing upstart. You, have no witness.
But he has a witness, Mr. Terry. Terry, the great aristocrat, gentleman from the old school. Too fine to mingle with the common mob, but not too fine to pay for a little dishonesty. Go on back to Nob Hill where you belong, Judge.
Who's going to believe your kind of woman?
Just a moment.
Senator, your loyal defenders refused to let me go up to your room.
Oh, well, that's good. Thanks very much, boys. Well, what's your newspaper about to condemn me for today, huh?
You know our policy?
Oh, indeed I do. It's the exact opposite of my own.
No, seriously, Senator. We publish an impartial newspaper.
Oh, do you? Well, I have a bit of a shocking statement for you, but I doubt very much if you'll print it.
Well, perhaps you should hear Judge Terry's statement. issued exclusively to me.
Well, exclusively, naturally. He owns you and that newspaper of yours, lock, stock, and barrel.
We are told that you had a public fist fight with Judge Terry last night in a dive down on the Barbary Coast, the Gold Eagle, operated by a female faro dealer who calls herself Lisa Bouquet.
I wouldn't call the Gold Eagle a dive. I'd call Miss Bouquet a lady if I were you.
Come now, Senator, after all.
After all, what?
Well, the fact remains it will be all over San Francisco that you and the judge fought over a woman of the coast. He admits it.
Oh, he does he? Well, that's a fine gentleman for you.
He says, having brought scandal to an office of public trust, as a man of honor, he can do no less than resign, effective immediately.
Resign?
And he calls on you to do the same.
Oh, well, now it makes sense.
Quoting Judge Terry, a senator as well as a chief justice, like Caesar's wife, must be above reproach.
Oh, I see, yes. Well, minus all that fancy stuff, what he wants to do is push me into resigning so he can win after all, huh? Well, that's a very cute game, but it won't work.
I wouldn't call it a game.
Now, you call it anything you like. Now, Dave Broderick has a quote for you. Short and to the point. Take it down with your pencil and get all the words straight. For once, Judge Terry and I are in complete agreement. He's quite right in admitting that he's no longer fit for public office. As for myself, I've got nothing to be ashamed of. I've got nothing to hide or cover up. I'm not going to do as he hopes. I'm not going to resign.
I beg your pardon. Am I addressing David Broderick, Esquire?
You know who I am, and by the way, a senator goes in front of that name.
On behalf of my principal, the Honorable David S. Terry, I'm instructed to deliver to you by hand his cartel of challenge.
Judge Terry has my answer right there.
Do you, in the presence of a witness, decline to receive his challenge?
I've got no reason to read anything from him.
Senator, I think you'd be interested in this. The people who vote for you, as well as those who don't, would be very interested to know what you do about it.
What is it?
For one thing, the judge gives the real reason for his resignation. To be free as a private citizen in taking a gentleman's recourse, since you have, as he puts it, dragged him down to your level.
Now, you listen. Terry got exactly what he deserved from me, and if he pushes me any further, he's going to get worse.
Then you're willing to meet him?
There's no reason to meet him.
He disagrees. He calls on you to make a public apology disavowing false accusations, which he declines to dignify by repetition, or to give him satisfaction to which he is entitled pursuant to the Code Duello.
You mean he wants me to fight a duel? I'll spit right in his eye. The man must be mad.
You have his challenge, Senator. Refuse it, and he will publish you a liar and a coward.
You see that thing? Revolvers on the field of honor at 10 paces. Sure, I never had a gun in my hand in my life. Never in my life.
Come in, Miss Bouquet. I suppose Broderick sent you.
No, he doesn't play that way.
Forgive me if I don't believe you.
You know what that's called?
Dead man's hand. Is it supposed to frighten me?
Maybe you should think about it.
I didn't draw the hand. Anyhow, I'm not at all superstitious.
Aren't you? Maybe it's just plain political fear, then. You are practicing up to kill a man if you can.
I'd hardly expect you to understand.
A woman of my kind? I understand just fine. You and your aristocratic ancestors, your fine Kentucky background. If you're a gentleman, Mr. Terry, then I'm glad Dave Broderick is the opposite. Because he fights clean, win, lose, or draw. And that's why you want him dead no matter how.
Well, he has as much chance as I have.
You know that's not true. You're not man enough to stand up to him with your hands, so you have to arrange to use a gun. He hasn't half a chance.
He embarrassed me in the eyes of the public. I was brought up to seek satisfaction for such an act.
Is that really the excuse you've given yourself?
I think this has gone far enough.
Oh, the truth's beginning to hurt, huh?
Go back to Broderick and tell him he knows how to avoid our meeting. And that's the only way.
All he has to do is sell his soul to save his skin, huh? You know he won't do that.
That's his decision, not mine. You're wasting your time, Miss Bouquet.
Oh, no, I'm not. Because I've got you clear and complete. I see you as you really are. Come on, take a look. Take a good long look. You see it? You're jealous of Dave Broderick because he's what you're not. You're afraid of him because, alive or dead, he's more of a man than you ever will be or ever could be. And that's what you've got to live with.
I'll thank you to leave now.
Tell me, Mr. Terry, if I insulted you in public, would you demand satisfaction on the field of honor from me?
You can't do it, Dave. You just can't do it.
We can't let you do it.
Whatever happens, the papers will give you the worst of it.
That's right, but the people won't.
They love you, Dave.
Actually, the people forget you soon enough. But in any event, no one will be able to say that Dave Broderick backed off when it came to a showdown. And now, I think our company's arrived below.
Dave, the party needs you. California needs you.
Mike, there never was a man who couldn't be replaced.
That's not so, Dave.
Well, the man upstairs says it is, and who am I to argue with him? Now, what time do you make it?
Almost 5.
That's right. Time to be traveling.
For the last time, Dave, you couldn't hit a barn door with a shotgun at 10 paces.
That's very true. But it's what's behind the gun that counts. Not who, what.
But Terry's fought duels before.
I know. That story's followed him from Kentucky. I haven't heard of any gunfights he's been in since he landed in San Francisco.
He's not bluffing. He's out to get you.
Sure. As they say on the Bowery, it's either get or get got.
You're wrong to go through with it, Dave.
Oh, sure, Mike. What else can I do? Can't let down the thousands of people like Lisa who've gone with me all the way.
You know, it's too bad you ever got mixed up with her. Oh, I'm sorry, Dave. No offense intended.
It's all right. There's none taken then. And by the way, I'd like you to tell Lisa for me in case that, Oh, no, never mind. Forget it. Well, which of you's going with me? I can't take both of you. It's against the rules of the Code Duello, as explained to me by Mr. Jarvis. Oh, and there's a tricky man for you. Tricky man with tricky plans. Poor old Terry thinks he's using him. Well, call it.
Heads.
Now, Mike.
Dave, I'll be seeing you.
I'm sure you will, Mike. And please God, I see you.
The seconds will arm their principals.
You still don't have to do it.
Oh, no. This had to happen. Since I was born, it had to happen. It's very likely the same for him. It's all written down in a great book. Only we don't do the writing. We just turn the pages while they last.
The seconds will withdraw from the principals.
Hold that as steady as you can. Perhaps I should just wound him. I do have an unfair advantage. Wound him and he'll kill you. Finish him.
Gentlemen, as the code requires, I now call upon you to reconsider. If an apology is made or the challenge is withdrawn, we will proceed no further. By your silence, you indicate to these witnesses that you will face the final issue of your own free will. I will count to 3. On 3, you will fire. One, 2, 3.
Crazy fool.
Ah, Lisa, what are you doing out here? Sure, this is no place for a lady.
Dave?
I wanted them all to know that California wasn't the royal preserve of the nabobs from Nob Hill. You spread the word for me, Lisa. Yeah.
It rests on you, the shadow of Dave Broderick. It'll go with you wherever you walk, wherever you run, as long as you last. Until you've paid for what you've done today. You better start running, Your Honor.
You did what you had to do.
Yes.
I've just made Dave Broderick a great man. And I've made myself a murderer.
On September 13, 1859, 30,000 mourners followed Broderick to his grave. And 30 years later, David Terry came out of the shadows to threaten United States Supreme Court Justice Stephen Field, who had called Terry a murderer, and worse than that, a murderer who called himself a gentleman. Now, defending Justice Field, a deputy marshal shot Terry with a gun like this, and the gentleman gun was dead.
Tonight, I'm going to tell you a story how a piano and a beautiful song unlocked a mystery in a small western town. I call it A Piano Goes West. It started in Stuttgart, Germany in the 1870s.
Piano I ever heard.
I assure you, madam, there is nothing better made anywhere in the world. Why, we have been manufacturing pianos since 1790.
That's a mighty long time. Say, that song you played, On Den Sonnenschein, that's my favorite.
Which is mine, too. Are you German, sir?
No, my grandfather was, but me, I'm New Mexican.
A New Mexican? I do not understand.
Oh, well, Papa means we live in the New Mexico Territory. That's in the southwest part of the United States.
I don't suppose you ever heard of the lovely Julie Silver mine? Me and my partner, Mike Forbes, we own it. He's back there running it, and I'm over here spending the profits.
Lovely Julie.
Yeah, I named it after my girl here.
It is a beautiful name.
This is our home.
A place like that deserves a piano like this.
Well, I don't know. I was thinking something a little better.
Oh, I can assure you, sir, there is none better.
Well, I mean better looking, you know, kind of fix it up. Put silver all over the legs, silver trim, and maybe my initials right about here.
I can have that done, sir. Of course, there will be an additional charge, and it will take several months.
Oh, time and money are no object. Just as long as it's the best-looking piano you can make, boy.
It will be.
All right, then I'll take it.
Papa?
Pardon me. Say, on second thought, I won't take it.
Won't take it?
No, you see, well, there ain't nobody back home that could teach Julie how to play, and, of course, that's the whole idea of getting the piano.
Nobody at all, sir?
No, nobody. Now, you see, if we could find someone that, well, could play like you, and, maybe look like you. Say, you married?
No, sir.
And maybe, well, single like you, well?
I know just the man, sir. He would consider it a great pleasure to come to your country and play the piano with silver legs.
Here we are.
You will be careful of the piano, please.
Like it was a box of eggs. By the time you find these here folks, I'll have that piano sitting right there on that platform.
Thank you. Excuse me. I am looking for the Brown residence, please.
Bronze?
Brown.
Bronze. Up the street, turn to your left. You can't miss it.
Thank you.
Mr. Mahler.
Good day, Miss Julie. I have just arrived into town with your piano.
Didn't you get my letter?
Your letter?
Well, I wrote a month ago.
Oh, I left Germany more than a month ago.
Oh, won't you please come in? Isn't exactly what you expected, is it?
Why, it is very, very nice. What is it about this letter you sent?
I wanted to try and stop you from coming. I wanted to try to get our money back from the piano.
Get it back?
Yes. When we got back from Europe, we learned that my father's mine had run out of ore and it was closed up. Our debts had piled up so it took everything we owned to cover them. My father couldn't stand it. He was killed.
Killed?
Yes, I'm sure of it. That's what Mother thinks. But I can't believe it. He left a farewell note.
I don't believe that he ever wrote that note. Oh, my husband wasn't the kind of a man to run away and leave his wife and daughter.
Mother, please.
You're right, Julie. I shouldn't burden Mr. Mahler with our problems. But you can see that under the circumstances, the piano lessons are out of the question. I'm only sorry that you had this long trip for nothing.
But I am so sorry you've had such misfortune. Is it possible that you could sell the piano to someone here?
Mother! Oh, maybe we could. Well, it is the only piano within 300 miles.
Oh, pianos are that rare. Perhaps the people around here would pay to hear me play. Or I could give concerts.
Concerts? Oh, that's a wonderful idea.
Then I will try it. I will need a place to stay. Would you have room for another boarder? With meals, if you please.
Oh, we'd be very happy to have you stay with us.
Wunderbar. Then I will get my bags and have the piano brought right out. Oh, You will see. Everything will be fine.
How am I doing,
Well, let's get it. Now, wait a minute, young fella.
Who brought this piano in here?
I did.
By what right? This piano belongs to the Browns.
Not anymore, it don't. This happens to be my piano now.
Your piano? I do not understand.
Sheriff, maybe you better explain it to him.
Well, the law's on his side, son. This is Mr. Forbes. He was Braun's partner, and he's got a lien on Braun's property to pay off all debts.
Mr. Braun's partner?
So you must be the Dutchman who brought this thing over. Can you play it?
Yeah, I can.
Well, fine. You know, piano players are a little scarce out in this territory. How'd you like a job playing it?
In here?
But
some lightning.
And the sheriff said he had a legal right to take it.
He took the piano like he's taken everything else we've owned.
He seems to have benefited a great deal by your father's disappearance.
It does seem that way, doesn't it?
What happened the day your father disappeared?
Well, Pa and Mr. Forbes had been together all day going over their business affairs. He was very upset and hardly touched his supper. The next morning, we found a note saying he'd gone away to make a new start and would send for us.
And you have never found anything that might connect him with your father's disappearance?
No. We've never found out anything.
Perhaps I can, with the help of your piano.
How you like that, folks? The only piano in New Mexico. And the piano player imported all the way from Germany. Can't beat that, can you? Hard to beat. Come on, Marla, play some more, huh? There, Ellen. There's nothing to get excited about. Everything's all right.
Music. I hear music.
That's my new piano. Sounds nice, doesn't it?
You must get dressed for our guest.
Plenty of time for that.
I put out the best china for the occasion. Doesn't it look nice?
It looks real pretty, Ellen. Real pretty.
Hank will like that music.
Hank isn't going to be there. I told you that. Now forget him.
But Mary's my best friend. I'd better hurry. We're going riding in the hills.
haven't seen her in such a long time.
Got to stay in bed all the time. Very sick.
Did you find out anything?
I went through his desk. If he has anything incriminating, then he must keep it in the safe. That is beyond my humble talents.
I don't think we'll ever find out what really happened.
Please, do not give up hope, Liebchen.
My father's one hope was that I would learn to play piano well. He loved music.
Yeah, I know.
Please, Kurt, just for me, would you play his favorite song, On den Sonnenschein?
Certainly.
Please don't stop.
Mrs. Forbes. We heard you were ill, but your hair, it's white. What happened?
Why didn't they tell me we had guests?
Mrs. Forbes, don't you recognize me? I'm Julie Brunn.
Won't you please play some more, an encore? I'd be willing to pay.
I would be very happy to.
Ellen, try to remember. Julie Brunn.
Julie Brunn. Julie Brunn.
You must remember. Hank Braun's daughter?
Hank Braun? That song, it was his favorite. Why doesn't he come to see us anymore? He should never have gone there. Poor Hank.
Where did he go, Ellen? Tell us.
I would like to attend all of the concerts this season. I'll get a new dress. Maybe there'll be a dance or two.
Oh, Ellen, please. You said that Hank went someplace. Where? Where? Try to remember.
Missy Ford, you bad girl, go down here. Come, you go up.
I want to stay and listen to the music.
No, Mr. Ford, come. You stay here, make very big trouble.
Why can she not stay?
Please leave alone. She's sick.
I want my handkerchief. Thank you. Goodbye. Do come and visit me again.
You wouldn't believe it was the same woman, Mother. Her hair is white, and oh, she must have suffered a dreadful shock.
And she said that Hank was coming?
She was not very clear. Her mind wandered.
She spoke as if Papa were still here.
Oh, poor Ellen.
She said one thing, though, that might be important. That is, if it wasn't another one of her hallucinations. She said that Papa shouldn't have gone somewhere, as though we were in some kind of danger. She knows something, Mother, I'm sure.
Is it possible that the shock she suffered has something to do with your father's disappearance?
Come to think of it, it was just about the same time that Ellen dropped out of sight, and Mike Forbes spread the story that she was too sick to see anyone.
There's something locked up in her mind, I'm sure.
Yeah, and I think I have the key to unlock it.
Isn't she ever going to come down?
She must.
Sand in Sonnenschein by Schumann.
Do you like this song, Mrs. Forbes?
Isn't that silly of me? I forgot my gloves.
The song, Mrs. Forbes, what does it remind you of?
You came back to see me. How nice. I must see about the champagne before the other guests arrive. He used to sing that song all the time. He loved it.
Who, Mrs. Forbes?
Who, Mrs. Forbes? Who used to sing that song?
Hank. You must know Hank Braun.
When was the last time you saw him?
When was it, Mrs. Forbes? When was the last time you saw Hank Braun?
He had such a nice voice. He came to see Mike. They began to talk, and then they began to argue. Hank was very angry. I never saw him angry before.
What were they arguing about?
Arguing? Who was arguing?
Your husband and Hank. You said they were arguing.
Yes. Yes, they were. It was about the mine. Something about the mine. Hank was shouting, "You've been cheating me. You've been cheating me. I'll prove it."
And then what happened?
They went out. Mike took his gun. I saw him. He got it when Hank wasn't looking. I was frightened. I followed them to the mine. They went in number 3 tunnel. Don't! Mike, don't shoot him! Don't!
What did you tell them?
He was playing one of Hank's songs.
Answer me. What did you tell them?
You know her, Missy Forbes?
Stay out of this. What did you say to them?
I told them about poor Hank. He's in number 3 tunnel. They're going to help him.
Forbes' horse.
Well, hello.
What are you doing here, Forbes? We thought the mine was closed.
Well, I'm thinking of reopening it. The new assay report indicates there's enough silver left to make it pay.
Well, we'd like to look at the inside of tunnel number 3.
Of course. Well, what's it all about?
Your wife told us all about tunnel number 3.
You mean about my shooting Hank? Oh, poor Ellen. She's had this wild idea ever since she's been sick. I've tried to reason with her, but, well, it's hopeless.
I still think we ought to look.
I think you should too, Julie. It might even help convince Ellen.
Let me have that. Well, there's nothing in there.
I told you. Well, it's too bad Ellen has those crazy ideas.
I think I owe you an apology, Mr. Forbes.
I'll forget it, Mr. Marlowe. You had no way of knowing about my wife.
I guess I owe you an apology too, Mr. Forbes.
I'm glad you said that, Miss Julie. After all, your father was a friend as well as a partner. I felt pretty bad when you and your mother held it against me for all the things I had to do to straighten things out.
What's that?
No.
Just a minute, Mike. Well, Mike, you almost got away with it.
Simply wonderful what this music is doing for her, Mrs. Braun. I can see improvement every day.
This piano's turned out to be a blessing for all of us.
Excuse me.
More tea, Ellen?
Yes, thank you, ma'am.
This is the story of a horse, a story famous in Arizona history, and one that never fails to send a tingle up and down my spine. I hope it'll thrill you the same way as you hear about 2 Bits. It's back in 1864. The territory of Arizona is only 1 year old. Its capital, Prescott, a cluster of rude log buildings in a sparsely settled wilderness overrun by Apaches. The only protection to the region is Fort Whipple.
Oh, Captain!
Yes, Sam?
About those pack horses you ordered gotten rid of, sir.
Well, what about them?
Well, there's one of them I'd like to put a word in for.
I've already looked them over, Sam. They're none of them that are fit for work. They never should have been sent to us in the first place.
Well, you're right, they shouldn't.
The sooner we get rid of them, the better.
But this particular critter, though...
There's no place in a post like this for man or beast that can't swing his weight.
Will you just come and look at him, Captain?
Sam, I'm busy.
As a favor to me?
Sometimes I think you take advantage of me, Sam. Just because we grew up together in San Francisco is no...
Then you will? Good.
Mind you, I'm not promising anything. I just said I'd look. Is this the nag?
This is 2 Bits.
a mighty sorry-looking specimen.
He was a great horse in his day. Cleaned up plenty of money.
You mean he was a racehorse?
Sure. I saw him run in New Orleans back in '51. He nosed out the favorite just at the finish line. And he broke the record for the track. Oh, what a race that was.
Are you sure he's the same?
I never forget a horse.
It's hard to believe. What happened to you, fella?
Somewhere along the line, he's had a lot of abuse. Look at those eyes. Oh, let me keep him, Captain. With rest and care and plenty of feed, he'd soon fill out again.
You talk as if we had feed to spare, Sam. Supplies here at Whipple are scarce.
I'll forage for him.
Well, all right.
Oh, thank you, Captain. We'll show him, won't we, Two Bits?
I'm a soft-hearted fool. Saddle up my horse, Sam.
Going into Prescott?
No, out to the Wade Ranch. Every day the danger of an Apache uprising grows. I'm worried.
Oh, Miss Audrey Wade?
As post commander, I'm responsible for the safety of all the settlers. You've got a lot of cheek, Sam.
You told me yourself you were going to marry her.
Well, it isn't common knowledge, though.
You don't think so?
Well, then I know who spread the word. Sam, I ought to knock your block off.
Yes, sir. Bye-bye, Two Bits.
It was good of you to look in on us, Captain. Audrey here seems to think you don't come often enough.
Oh, Papa.
I'm glad everything's going all right.
I reckon the Indians will get tired of stealing our cattle.
Well, let's hope so. Goodbye, honey.
I wish you didn't have to go. It always seems twice as lonesome afterwards.
Well, how about you returning my call sometime?
Well, the next trip we make into Prescott, we'll stop at Fort Whipple.
Yes, 6 months from now.
I'm afraid so.
Maybe you could come over on the 4th of July. You and your father both. We're putting on some maneuvers. The commandant from Fort Wingate will be there with some of his cavalry.
All the way from New Mexico?
You'll see some mighty pretty horsemanship.
Oh, I'd love it. Could we, Father?
That's quite a distance. Well, I guess it'd be all right.
Good.
I'll be counting the days.
And I'll be counting the hours and the minutes. Well, I guess that winds up the show, Audrey.
That's it.
It was wonderful, Colonel Downey.
Yep, makes a body feel mighty thankful having all that protection out here in this wilderness.
Unfortunately, half of them belong over at Fort Wingate. There's your really big garrison.
How big is it, Colonel?
3 troops. That's 384 men.
Compared with only 80 men here at Whipple.
Something more to come?
An unscheduled exhibition by Private Loomis on 2 Bits.
2 bits? I can't believe it. That horse was nothing but a piece of crowbait a while back. My orderly, the man who's riding him, begged a reprieve for the poor fella.
Look at that horse run.
Oh, how beautiful he is.
My orderly said he's a former racehorse. Broke the track record at New Orleans. Sam, it's a miracle.
Kind of surprised you, sir.
You certainly did. Colonel Downey, this is Private Sam Loomis.
Colonel?
Mr. Wade, Miss Wade, I think you've met Sam before.
Yes, we have.
We could use your services at Wingate.
As a veterinary.
Have you got any horses like 2 Bits to work on, Colonel? I'd be glad to. Would you like to try to ride him, Captain?
I'm no jockey.
Oh, he's as good on the trail as on a track. Go ahead, just try him.
I will, next time we go on reconnaissance.
This fella's not only got speed, he's got savvy. Haven't you, 2 Bits?
About 2-Bit Sam. He has got savvy. He knows we're being watched. Look at those ears.
You don't have to see Injuns. He can smell them.
And they're all around us.
Do you dare chance the canyon?
It's the most direct route to the Wade Ranch. We've got to warn them, and I don't want to waste any time. Things are fast coming to a head with the Apaches. Any time now I look to see the whole tinderbox explode.
You mean a general uprising?
We've been hearing that for months.
There's already been an outbreak at Date Creek Ranch south of us. We've had to send half our troops down there.
What do you think we should do?
Move into Prescott at once.
Leave the ranch?
At least until the danger's over.
I wouldn't dream of it. This place represents everything I've got in the world.
What about your own life?
I'll risk it.
And your daughters?
You go on into Prescott, honey.
Without you, I will not.
I'll escort you there. The governor will find quarters for you. Go pack your things right away, Audrey.
I can't leave him, Charlie.
Well, then both of you come. It's not safe here. There are Apaches ambushed all around in the hills, just waiting. We saw them as we came over.
I ain't afraid.
In case of an uprising, sir, we'll be powerless to help you. It'll be all we can do to hold the fort with half our troops gone.
I ain't going to leave my property.
Audrey, honey, for my sake.
He needs me, Charlie. Now, we'll be all right. Don't worry.
You should leave this place. Try to persuade him.
They pick this time to strike, the devils, knowing there's only a handful of men here.
I've got to get word to Fort Wingate at once and ask for reinforcements. I'll send a courier.
One man? Alone?
We can't spare more than one.
That's a long ride, sir. Several hundred miles.
250.
With Apaches all along the way.
Assemble the men and ask for a volunteer.
You don't need it, Captain. I'll go. On one condition, sir. If I can ride 2 Bits.
We'll go saddle them together. You take the Verde Trail. It'll be a case of hide and seek every mile of the way.
We'll make it.
God grant that you do. The lives of all northern Arizona depend on it.
You hear that, 2 Bits?
And Sam,
I'll stop at the Wade Ranch on the way.
tell them and any other settlers to get down here to the fort as fast as they can.
Well, I guess I'm ready.
There seem to be less Indians to the north of us. I'd suggest you ride that way and then circle south.
Well, I'm counting on the surprise and 2-bit speed to get through them. Goodbye, Charlie.
Goodbye, Sam. Godspeed.
rising. Ride to Fort Whipple as fast as you can.
I'll saddle the horses. You pack some things. Sight here. Just pray they didn't see us turn off the trail. Oh, thank God. I know what you're thinking. If I hadn't been so pig-headed about heeding the captain's advice...
I'm not blaming you, Father.
You got every right to. Both of you. If you never see each other again, it'll all be my fault.
We're not going to die here. Charlie will rescue us somehow. I'm sure of it.
If I hadn't have been such a fool, he wouldn't have had to.
The Indians have fallen back, and we're still surrounded.
Any sign of the Wades?
No, sir.
I can't understand it unless Sam and Two Bits couldn't get through.
Any farther, Two Bits. You know the drill, boy. You've been there before. Go ahead, fella. Go on to Wingate. Go on!
Sir, the sergeant of the guard reports a riderless horse outside the fort.
Open the main gate and bring him in.
Yes, sir.
rider must have been killed. There's blood on everything.
Fresh stains, too. This couldn't have happened many hours ago. Look in the other pouch, Lieutenant. See if there are any dispatches. Not a thing, sir. Nothing at all to tell us where he came from. Fort Marcy, most likely. That's Santa Fe. Lieutenant, saddle up. Send a scouting party out. East? East. No, west. I recognize this horse now. He's from Fort Whipple. Fort Whipple?
2 bits.
2 bits. We saw him perform at Whipple. Lieutenant, order up 2 troops, full strength. On the double. Juggler! Sound boots and saddles! Trooper, take good care of this horse. Give him the best.
Yes, sir.
Captain Evans, you'll take the main detachment on the Oak Canyon Trail. Lieutenant, we'll take the Birdie Trail. Yes, sir.
Poor fella. You run yourself clean out, didn't you?
Private Loomis, Fort Whipple.
Thank God you're alive. When your horse came in without you, we thought you were dead.
Then 2 bits got through to Wingate?
Arrived this morning early. We left him there to rest. What's the situation?
Apaches, general uprising. Half our troops are cut off, but the captain's holding the fort as best he can until help comes.
How about yourself?
Got an extra mount?
Yes, I got Wilson this morning in an earlier skirmish. You can have his mount.
Thank you, sir.
Before you fall in, Lieutenant, I want this man's arm dressed and his arm put in a sling.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Fall in whenever you're ready.
Audrey! They're coming.
Apaches?
No, soldiers. About a mile down the road. Let's get out of here and hail them before they get by.
Miss Audrey, Mr. Wade. Some neighboring settlers, good friends of the captain's.
Sure, I met you folks at Fort Whipple.
How come you ain't there now?
The Indians overtook us. We've been hiding in the rocks for days.
Well, fall in and we'll give you a safe escort the rest of the way.
Oh, my God. Oh, let's go.
Colonel, you're a sight for sore eyes.
Got here as fast as we could, Captain.
Sam, you said you'd make it, and by heaven you did.
Not me, Captain. It was 2 bits. I fell by the wayside. Redskins winged me, and 2 bits traveled the last stretch alone.
With no rider?
If it hadn't been for 2 bits, we'd have never got the word.
And I'd still be hiding in the brush.
Well, where's 2 bits now?
Fort Wingate.
Well, was he hurt?
Not a scratch. Just worn out.
Audrey!
Charlie.
Audrey, honey, if you knew how I prayed. the torture I went through.
God watches over us. I know that now. No matter how many devils surround us.
We'll rout those devils with the help we now have. Private Sam Loomis, front and center.
Private Sam Loomis, who in the face of almost certain death volunteered as courier to warn and thus to save the lives of the people of northern Arizona. I present this medal on behalf of the grateful country. Wait! Yes!
And for another great soldier, we present this medal, which we ask you to accept in his behalf. He fought a good fight. He finished the course. He kept the faith. 2 bits. God rest his soul.
Request permission to lower the flag, sir.
Permission granted.
And that is the story of 2 Bits, who ran his last race in the service of his country.
কেমন লাগলো? খুবই ভালো লাগলো। তুমি যখন মানে কাউন্ট করছিলে আমার হার্টবিট ফাস্ট হয়ে গিয়েছিল।
10 9 8 7 6 পার্টিসিপেন্টস আর মাত্র 10 মিনিট বাকি আছে। এই 10 মিনিটের মধ্যে কুকিং ডান করতে হবে, প্লেটিং করতে হবে, কস্টিং এন্ড কিচেন ক্লিনিং। সো হাতে সময় একেবারেই নেই। আমি বলবো আরেকটু ফাস্ট করতে হবে সবকিছু। ওকে? পার্টিসিপেন্টস আর মাত্র 5 মিনিটস বাকি আছে। অনলি 5 মিনিটস। সো একদম সময় নেই হাতে। প্লিজ হারি আপ।
ফাস্ট
দয়া কস্টিংটা চেক করেন। পার্টিসিপেন্টস আমি কাউন্টডাউন দিচ্ছি। 10 9 8 7 6 5 4 3 2 1 0 and time's up. Well done, participants. কেমন লাগলো?
খুবই ভালো লাগলো তুমি যখন মানে কাউন্ট করছিলে আমার হার্টবিট ফাস্ট হয়ে গিয়েছিল
রেসিপিগুলোর প্রবলেম সলভ করার জন্য থাকছে 5 মিনিট।
তোমরা প্রত্যেকেই তোমাদের রেসিপি পেয়ে গেছো। আচ্ছা, যদি কোনো প্রবলেম থাকে, বুঝতে অসুবিধা হয়, তাহলে সেটা জানাতে পারো।
আপনাদের রেসিপিগুলোর প্রবলেম সলভ করার জন্য আমাদের মেন্টরসরা আছেন এবং আমাদের মেন্টরসদের জন্য সময় দেওয়া হচ্ছে আপনাদেরকে ভালোভাবে বুঝিয়ে দেবার জন্য। সেই সময়টা থাকছে 5 মিনিট।
মেন্টরসরা এক্সপ্লেন করে যাওয়ার পর আপনাদের আজকে রাঁধুনি স্টোরে থাকবে 15 মিনিটস।
স্বাদের বিশ্ব ভ্রমণ, রান্নার জন্য সময় থাকছে 2 ঘন্টা
এবং সেই সাথে কস্টিং আর কিচেন ক্লিনিং এর জন্য আর 15 মিনিটস দেওয়া হচ্ছে। এবারে আমাদের 5 মেন্টরস, প্লিজ আপনাদের সময় শুরু হচ্ছে এখন।
আমি লটারিতে যে রেসিপিটা পেয়েছি মোটামুটি পরিচিতই ছিল, শুধু একটা সস আমার কাছে একটু অপরিচিত ছিল, কিন্তু আমার মেন্টর ভেড্ডর স্যার আপু উনি আমাকে সেই সস সম্পর্কে অনেক হেল্প করেছেন, অন্যান্য রেসিপিতেও উনি আমাকে হেল্প করেছেন।
যখনই আমি রেসিপিটি হাতে পেলাম, আমি জানিই না, আমি কখনো নামই শুনিনি। দেন সেই অবস্থায় মেন্টর এসে আমাদেরকে গাইডলাইন করলো, আর এর সাথে আর আপু আমাকে এত সুন্দর করে বুঝিয়ে বলেছেন যে আমার মনে হয়েছে যে এগুলি হয়তো আমার বাসায় করাই হয় সব সময়।
তো আমার উপর প্রেশারটা অনেক বেশি পড়ে গিয়েছে, কারণ আমাকে 3 জনকে 3 ভাবে বোঝানোর চেষ্টা করতে হয়েছে। 3টা ডিফারেন্ট রেসিপিস ছিল অ্যান্ড খুবই ডিফারেন্ট একটা থেকে একটা, বাট আমার সর্বোচ্চ আমি চেষ্টা করেছি তাদেরকে বোঝানোর। দেখা যাক বাকিটা কি হয়। পার্টিসিপেন্টস, সো এবারে আমাদের রাঁধুনি স্টোরে যাবার পালা। আজকের চ্যালেঞ্জের জন্য আপনাদের সময় 15 মিনিটস। সো আপনাদের সময় শুরু হচ্ছে এখন। সেকেন্ডস আগেই চলে এসেছেন, গুড জব।
এটা কি নিচ্ছি পুরো কেন খাওয়াচ্ছে? লেবু কেন ওখানে রেখে দিচ্ছে? লেবু কেন পড়ে যেতে বলছে?
সময় হয়েছে রাঁধুনি স্টোরে যাবার এবং সেখান থেকে আপনাদের কি কি ইনগ্রেডিয়েন্টস লাগবে সেটা নিয়ে আসতে হবে। আর বরাবরের মতো আমাদের সময় 15 মিনিটস। সো আপনাদের সময় শুরু হচ্ছে এখন। আজকে যে 9 জন রান্না করছেন আপনাদের সময় 1 ঘন্টা আর সেই সময় শুরু হচ্ছে এখন।
কি নিচ্ছি পুরো কেন খাওয়াচ্ছে লেবু কেন ওঠানো দেখেছি লেবু কেন পড়ে যেতে বলছে
পার্টিসিপেন্টস আর মাত্র 30 মিনিটস বাকি আছে অনলি 30 মিনিটস
কি অবস্থা কি হচ্ছে হোয়াটস ইওর রেসিপি
মুলার কাবাব আর এটা হচ্ছে মুলার মিক্স
ইন্টারেস্টিং
ইতালিয়ান টাইপ ক্রিস লরেন উইথ র্যাডিশ আর সাথে করছি একটা মূলা চাট আমি একটু ইন্ডিয়ান ফ্লেভারস দিয়ে আজকে প্লে করছি
আজকে আমি করছি একটা অ্যাপেটাইজারে করছি আমি মুলা চিকেনের কাবাব আর ডেজার্টে করছি আমি মুলার চিজ স্টিক অ্যাকচুয়ালি এটা মুলার মুজ হবে
আমি আজকে করছি হচ্ছে মূলা দিয়ে একটা আচারি চিকেন কারি আর সাথে করছি একটা মূলা চাট আমি একটু ইন্ডিয়ান ফ্লেভারস দিয়ে আজকে প্লে করছি এখন শুধু আমি আমার চাটের ইনগ্রেডিয়েন্টগুলো অ্যাসেম্বল করব জাস্ট প্রেজেন্ট করার আগে আমি ওইটা মেখে প্রেজেন্ট করে দিব আর আমার বাকি সব এলিমেন্টস আজকে রেডি
আজকে আমাদের চ্যালেঞ্জ হচ্ছে মোলা দিয়ে আমাদেরকে বলা হয়েছে যে এমন কিছু বানাতে যেটা আমাদের অতিথি জাজ যিনি আছেন উনি খেয়ে যেন বলতে না পারে যে ওখানে কোথায় মূলা আছে তো ওই কারণে আমি ওই চ্যালেঞ্জটাকে মাথায় রেখে আমি 2টা ডিশ করতেছি একটা হচ্ছে ক্যানাপিস আর একটা হচ্ছে লাভা কেক আমি 2টাতে মূলা ইউজ করতেছি দেখা যাক আমার জাজ খেয়ে বুঝতে পারে নাকি অ্যাকচুয়ালি ওখানে মূলা ইউজ করা হয়েছে
কি অবস্থা কি হচ্ছে হোয়াটস ইওর রেসিপি
মুলার কাবাব আর এটা হচ্ছে মুলার মিক্স
ইন্টারেস্টিং 15 minutes left
Yeah.
good luck
থ্যাংক ইউ
কি অবস্থা
এতে সব আলহামদুলিল্লাহ
কি বানাচ্ছেন
সব আমি করব হচ্ছে ইতালিয়ান টাইপ ক্রিস লরেন উইথ র্যাডিশ আর একটা সুইট বাইট করব র্যাডিশ দিয়ে
ঠিক আছে গুড লাক নিশাদ
থ্যাংক ইউ শেফ
কি দেখলেন
অনেক ইন্টারেস্টিং রেসিপি
আমাদের সেলিব্রিটি গেস্ট খেতে পারবে
অফ কোর্স খেতে পারবে আই থিঙ্ক আপনি আজকে মুলার ফ্যান হয়ে যাবেন।
আমি আসতে নিয়ে দেখলাম যে মুলার পাস্তা, এটা তো আসলে কখনো মানে শুনিই নাই, এটা ফার্স্ট টাইম।
There's mula kebab, there's mula.
ও ওই সাইডে মুলা কাবাব।
Mula kebab আছে।
আচ্ছা।
পার্টিসিপেন্টস আর মাত্র 10 মিনিট বাকি আছে। এই 10 মিনিটের মধ্যে কুকিং ডান করতে হবে, প্লেটিং করতে হবে, কস্টিং অ্যান্ড কিচেন ক্লিনিং। সো হাতে সময় একেবারেই নেই। আমি বলবো আরেকটু ফার্স্ট করতে হবে সবকিছু, ওকে?
Ngoài kia bao la thế giới, nhưng trong anh thế giới chỉ là em. Ok, một chữ X nhót. Chúng mày đánh tao. Chúng mày đánh tao. Mày là hơi yếu ạ. Gì? Giờ thằng ra mà lít rank nữa cơ lừa thôi. Vì lặng im sẽ giết chết con tim. Ui. Không thua nhỉ, không ra nhỉ. Không ra tướng vậy. Ta cho thầy đi nhanh lên. Trời ơi. Cái giáp mà phía ra cổng kìa. Mất luôn. Chitana này đẹp á, mấy con này đẹp thế ta. Moria. Bẹp. Một xe từng cái nhỏ. Finally. Ngập luôn ấy, chất chơi người rơi. Ôi sợ cái gì. Trái tim em ra là dòng máu lông để yêu anh. Bẹp. Đau chúa. Bẹp. Đừng có khinh con xích nha Bri. Hẹt. Ok. Gọi 3 tiếng luôn đi. cắt. Ai thi. Ui. Kinh khủng. Bắn. Mày đứng trên đấy, mày tỉa xuống, mày tỉa xuống. Mày cứ đứng trên mày tỉa xuống đi, nhóc ác. Đây rồi, bót ra. Mày. Rồi ôi. Tới có không à? Là how to tìm đi. Tìm kiếm à? 50k bằng khay 5 quả. Bao giờ có hàng là mình đăng lên page đúng không? Hỏi cả đi. Siêu rẻ. Ồ, 10.000 một quả. Họ kìa. Quả thì giá over kia ổn và áp ạ. Lưu vào chữ này. Anh thằng nào cũng comment như giỏi rồi. Everybody trông bullshit phải. What? Bell, you look great. Chán đấy à. Best bicep exercise. Viking curl. Ôi, boy. Everybody farming. It's very very good. Momo Chibu, anh chịu được. Shut up.